Awakened by Humongous. Quote, anybody knows that the people have the power. All we have to do is awaken the power in the people. The people are unaware. It's like they're not educated to realize that they have the power. They put the politicians in power. They vote for the local mayor. The people do it. But the system is so geared that everybody believes that just the father will fix everything. The father being the government. But we are the government. The people are the government. The people have the power. Unquote. John Lennon. So where are all the broke politicians? You run across poor people from all walks of life all the time. Poor cashiers, poor cooks, poor warehouse workers, etc., etc., etc. But how come you never see a poor politician? All these bastards on TV, either in political office or running for it, are monetarily affluent to nauseating proportions. Do you think psychopathic freak jobs like Michelle Bachmann, John McCain, Sarah Palin, or Mitt Romney are on the verge of starving? One paycheck from homelessness? Of course not. So how come none of them are scrounging for their next meal, yet they claim to be our servants? Do you honestly believe a homeless family feels some selfish asshole residing in a monumental mansion, complete with an army of bodyguards who will shoot anyone on sight, should they step on their employer's lawn, considers George Bush, Barack Obama, or Donald Trump to be their servants? If you want to live, for at least once in your existence, stop pretending to believe the obscene lies with which this system is choking you. Should we all do so, government, i.e. authority, would simply vanish, since it only appears to exist due to the fact we give it legitimacy. Quote, everyone's taking pills because they're afraid of standing out. I was terrified when my doctor told me that I had a unique and interesting personality trait. But then he told me about new Zoloft or Prozac, and I just take 3 pills a day and I blend into this fucking horrible inbred corporate landscape. Unquote. Doug Stanhope. We pretend we don't feel it, but we all sense something isn't right as we cower under the shadow of potential nuclear Armageddon, in perpetual fear of contracting cancer, scared shitless we won't be able to pay the bills, and will thus be cast into the street. Do we seriously think this is the only way things can be? That there aren't better systems that wouldn't pit us in a constant struggle for our lives? Quote, they'll legalize any drug, so long as that drug keeps you producing. That's all they give a shit about is production. Are you kicking out enough boxes at the plant? Whatever keeps you doing that keeps you vaguely content sitting in a cubicle. Bang! FDA approved. I have a job where I alphabetize insurance forms 45 hours a week, and I noticed I couldn't concentrate so well at my job, so my doctor put me on Adderall, and now I can just breeze through my workday. I don't even notice that my empty life is being pissed away under fluorescent tubes. I have no highs or lows. I have no good stories, but I'm getting a lot of stuff done. I'm probably the most boring person I know, but look at me produce. I just go A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, blah, blah, blah. Unquote. Doug Stanhope. You meet 'em all the time. The mind-numbed walking dead. Chances are you're one of 'em. They don't give a fuck about anything except collecting as many examples of their god, i.e. money, as they can. That's all they've been trained to do. That's all they're good at. That's all they want. They call you at every hour of the day attempting to sell you shit that should be free. Their automatic emails flood your inbox to the point if you step away from the computer for 5 minutes, you'll have 100 new useless correspondences. None of them care about you, their immediate family, or even themselves. They've been programmed to do one thing, and one thing only: accumulate cash. At every turn, be it school, the media, movies, etc., they're indoctrinated into believing money is a beautiful, freeing force, and that they need to get their hands on as much of it as possible. In reality, cash is nothing more than the tenuous implement through which the quote-unquote elite control and kill us. It's so exciting, isn't it? Hillary may actually become president after the recount. Are you insane? Who gives a fuck who's president? It doesn't matter. The outcome will be the same, since those living at the White House serve their masters, and whatever their masters want is what's done. Hence you can have Hillary Clinton, Donald Trump, a feral cat, a rectal probe, or 85 blueberry muffins as president, and the same agenda will be carried out. Thus the same result will be obtained no matter who or what you consider your quote-unquote commander-in-chief. And keep in mind, austere measures are in place to make certain those who become president follow the script to the letter. If they don't, they'll be killed. Period. This system is the same as that implemented by the great pirates in R. Buckminster Fuller's Operating Manual for Spaceship Earth. Moreover, if our perceived leaders tell the populace of the existence of those pulling their strings, they'll be murdered for that as well. Get up off your knees, humanity. You have the power. You are the power. You are the sleeping giant that, if awakened, will obliterate those you've allowed to control you. Such eradication will not be born of malevolence nor retribution. You simply exterminate the problem in the wake of your progress. Those who've oppressed you for so long will perish by their own hand, since their sole impetus for existence is to incarcerate you. Once that catalyst is removed, they'll have no more reason to be and will henceforth vanish. The Hillary, Obama, Trumps of this paradigm and those who attempt to emulate them are so fearful of your abilities, they waste their pitiful existences toiling to keep you ignorant of these truths. Rise up. Realize your potential and how powerful you've always been. Be the beautiful entities you can be, not the war-mongering scourge they brainwash you into believing you are. In our nascent state, humans aren't bellicose toward one another and hell-bent on destroying everything in our path. Innately, we're neutral, blank slates. It's only through the indoctrination of those who hunger to control us that we're led to believe we're nefarious creatures who naturally destroy, and would continue doing so if it weren't for the quote-unquote guiding hand of government. Leave the evil to rot and wither in the dirt where it deserves to be. Reclaim your self-sovereignty from those who've led you astray and are determined to annihilate you.